Hi, Phil Aston here from Now Spinning Magazine with another album review. And on this one, I'm joined by my lovely wife, Sue Aston. Now, I've mentioned before that Sue will be joining us, where she's going to be doing something called Classical Corner. Because I've had lots of people saying, when are we going to introduce a bit of classical music? Mm-hmm. And Sue is an accomplished professional violinist, as those you've seen from the portrait up above me. But equally, because this video is not about classical music.
Oh, no.
When Sue was at music college and learning her craft of really diving into violin concertos, the other part of her personality was into punk.
Yes.
And that brings us to the album that we're reviewing today, because it is Billy Idol and Rebel Yell.
Yes.
Now, this is an album that I really love, and I'm a huge fan of Steve Stevens, the guitarist. And as Billy has gone through his career, I've become more of a fan. However, the early stuff and how Billy Idol started is where Sue became a fan. So we thought we'd do this one together. So also, as I said at the start, Sue's going to be doing other videos with me. We're going to be looking at Nigel Kennedy, aren't we?
Yes, another one of my favourite artists.
And also Julian Cope.
Yes.
But this one is all about Billy Idol. So, Sue, when did you first hear this? This came out in, the early 80s, didn't it?
Yeah, I think I was, quite an old teenager, just before I was going to music college, so probably a bit of a troubled period I was going through, I think. So I was a young music student / sixth former when I first became aware of Billy Idol. And really, it was because I loved Generation X, Into the Valley of the Dolls. That's really how I first got to know Billy Idol and his music.
Did you know that Into the Valley of the Dolls was produced by Ian Hunter from Up the Hoople?
Didn't know that.
Yeah, there you go, you see. Every day's a school day. But anyway, this is seen as a deluxe edition. It's newly remastered. It always sounded fantastic anyway.
It did.
But what we want to focus on is actually disc 2, which I know a lot of you will want to know about.
Yes.
And in particular, for me personally, there's a version on disc 2 of Love Don't Live Here Anymore, which was obviously covered by, what was it? Was it Rose Royce?
Rose Royce.
Rose Royce.
Possibly.
So it's good having Sue here, because the amount of times that I mispronounce things. So now you know that's what that's supposed to be. However, this version of this song was supposed to be on this album, but the thing is, Madonna had also released it just before they had a chance to get their version out.
Mm-hmm.
So it was parked.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the reason why I want to mention it is because it's exceptional. And
yes.
Billy's vocal performance is stunning.
Well, he's just got the most amazingly powerful voice. I mean, I know he's well known for being a punk rocker, but his voice is just immense, isn't it?
Yeah.
He can sing all styles. He's got an amazing range. His diction is perfect. There's just so much more to him.
And the guitar solo by Steve Stevens on that particular track is just jaw-dropping. And it makes me think, because back at the time when this came out, because of the kind of punk background that Billy had, and only seen him on Top of the Pops, I was just listening to 80s metal, to be honest.
Were
and
you?
I was. Yeah, I was.
That's a surprise.
But had I heard this version, I probably would have been there. However, I think it's also worth mentioning that, because there's something else about Billy Idol's music which has enabled him to kind of bounce across different barriers to genres. Because when you listen to the music, the guitar-driven music, the riffs from Steve Stevens it's heavy metal. There's no doubt about it. But as Sue pointed out this morning before we started doing this, the rhythm, the production is directly to the dance floor, isn't it?
Absolutely, because the original album was produced by Keith Forsey, who was the drummer for Giorgio Moroder of Flashdance fame and lots of other hits. That kind of very hypnotic synth pop, just really amazing sound. You can imagine people would just love to dance to it. And yeah, it crosses many musical genres.
It does, because you think bands like the time, Rat, Dokken, they were also having hits, but the difference is the rhythm section. Definitely. And the pulsing keyboards, etc. All of the demo tracks are a different way of listening to the album. There's also a version of Motor is it Motorbiking,
Motorbiking,
which was by Chris Spedding originally, which is great. But the original album sounds fantastic. So if you've got this and you're a fan of it, then this is a perfect addition to your collection. I mean, you've listened to the outtakes a lot, haven't you?
I have. It's amazing, actually, being able to listen to the demos and the different remixes, just how light they sound. They're much more poppy and light sounding, whereas on the actual Rebel Yell album, it's just so dark and powerful. It just blows your head off.
You even got inspired enough to go and buy a book, didn't you?
I did.
You did?
I just love this book. Dancing with Myself, the autobiography by Billy Idol. He's such an amazing, eloquent writer. He could have been a best-selling author. It's that good. You know, just from the first page, he's painting a picture of what it was like growing up. And honestly, I just can't put the book down. It's fantastic.
I think before we finish, just to say, because this is a great album and it's one of Sue's favourites, but actually, if I had to ask you what is your favourite Billy Idol track, what would it be?
Well, that's putting me on the spot. It's just
it's
so
that
hard.
one, isn't it? It's that new one.
Oh, the new one.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
my
it's
God, I
newish.
absolutely love it. Bitter Taste? Is it?
Bitter Taste.
Oh, I think that is one of my most favourite songs ever. Just literally ever. Everything about it is perfect. The words, even the video. It's just, and videos, of course, were very important for the Rebel Yell album. And, you know, I mean, it's almost like gothic horror, wasn't it? Those those videos and just the energy behind the music just really matched the videos very well. But there's just so much to Billy Idol. Such a talented man.
And Steve
Stevens and his virtuoso playing. Just what a combination.
So there you go. That's out now. It certainly is out now. I know some people in the Now Spinning Music group on Facebook have already bought copies. It's well worth listening to, as I say, especially the outtakes. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Remember, music is the healing doctor. Please subscribe, become a patron, become a YouTube member. Keep spinning those discs. And we'll see you again, won't we?
Certainly
Is it
will.
Nigel Kennedy next?
Oh, yeah, could well be.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
See you soon.